Alrighty then, what is up everyone? Welcome back to another episode I like to call this wonderful audio discussion of Under the Moon podcast, where I talk with this wonderful person that I was able to hang out with yesterday.
Momo! Hi everybody.
Hi Dr. Nick.
It's Momo. I'm Dr. Nick.
Only the coolest people get the reference. Alright, what is up everyone? This is this wonderful little audio discussion that we do, that, you know, me and him do together. It wouldn't be a thing if me and him weren't here. Kind of weird. It'd kind of be nothing. It'd be empty space. It'd kind of be that white noise you listen to when you're just laying in bed at night, just can't sleep and thinking about the many things that make you twist and turn. Yeah, that's right. We're getting metaphysically deep right now. Even though I threw in metaphysical just because I wanted to throw in a big word, even though that's really not anything doing with it. But whatever, okay? Don't judge me. But if you guys want to listen to this on your wonderful MP3 device, there's obviously download links in the description. And also there's a download link to there's a download link that leads you to a bunch of other download links to our previous episodes. I'm starting to do that now. It gives me the option to be able to do so why not do so? So, there's nothing really different. Maybe the audio quality is higher. I have no idea. It says so it is. We record in a fashion where the audio quality is supposed to be higher, but I don't know. It's usually the background noise that usually degrades the audio quality, which is kind of sad. So, also in the description is ways to contact me, and then you got wonderful Momo's Tumblr. So you guys can go check that out. We're going to keep pouring that out pretty soon. We're going to end up, once he has enough art on his little Tumblr, I will use said art from his Tumblr and have it cycle through the video. So isn't that wonderful?
What? That's news to me. I'm blushing.
I just thought of this right now. So, bro, we hung out like yesterday, and today's Thursday. For those of you who don't know, we usually record these episodes sometime on a Wednesday or Thursday prior to the Sunday of release, because this releases every Sunday. If you didn't know that, where the fuck have you been? You know?
Bro, you've been missing out. You've been missing out.
Yeah, we hung out on the 14th, August 14th. You know, I woke up, and then Momo woke up extremely late, and I went over to his house. Now, I usually don't go out a lot. To be able to go to his house, I have to kind of walk there, so it's kind of... It's interesting. I really don't get out, and usually a lot of interesting happens to me. A lot of interesting stuff happens to me. Not really, just this one day, a lot of interesting stuff started to happen to me. Two really awkward. All of them awkward within their own right, and I'll be telling you those stories after I get done talking about Momo. So, Momo, I hung out with you yesterday, bro.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how was that day?
I don't know. I liked it. It was fun. I personally thought I actually held my own now at video games. Cause I don't know. I did kick your ass a couple times, so I'm like, alright.
Yeah. What is it? I started, me and Momo played Injustice. It seems like we play this every, couple weeks when we hang out. It seems like the major game we used to play. Mm-hmm. We used to play Smash Bros, and then for some reason, it's just, whatever.
No, because, we played Smash Bros after Injustice, and I was winning.
Yeah, I was like, this isn't fun anymore. But the major game we play is Injustice. Momo has been playing that with his other buddies, trying to get good so he can beat me. And in turn, he has. He has been able to hold his own against me and sometimes overpower me. But, yeah, it was definitely fun. It was interesting. There's a lot of, come on, get serious.
Yeah, because you were all like, I want to try this move out, and then I end up hitting you a bunch of times because you were just trying to do that one move. So I'm like, oh, come on, bro. I've been practicing so I can get a good match out of you. And then
I was able to win regardless, so it's all good, bro.
No, but then it's no fun. Then I feel like shit because I'm like, man, I practiced for nothing, pretty much. It's like he's still not taking it serious. I wanna get so good that it's gonna be Smash Bros soon. Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Or you're gonna because you grew up with these games. So if I can match up, that'd be so amazing. That'd be such an accomplishment. Oh my god. It's like a gold mine now.
That'd be weird, but recently for Injustice, there's been 2 new DLC characters. Obviously, one coming right after another in a few weeks' time. That being Martian Manhunter and Zatanna being the most recent one, I couldn't even play with Martian Manhunter. I was just shit. And then Momo started playing with Martian Manhunter. I was like, I didn't even know this guy could do this. Like, what is going on here? But, Zatanna. I have an interest in Zatanna because she's probably one of my favorite female characters in, like, character-wise and power-wise and hotness level, too. So...
Oh, you must have been really disappointed then.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting because there's an issue with video games and them making, like, female faces. They all look like Wonder Woman, you know? And Wonder Woman's very manly in this game, too, when you look at her. And it's like, did not do justice to Zatanna. The clothes and everything was straight up, but the face looked like Superman. I don't know how to feel about this. It's so weird. But I definitely started playing with the Zatanna character. I kind of liked her. There was a couple interesting stuff with her. I'm still learning her. Not much we could play. We only played like 50 matches or something like that. It wasn't a lot. But yeah, I definitely have interest in Zatanna. I would like to play with her even more, obviously, if you know what I mean. And, yeah, bro. So anything else on the Injustice new characters feeling?
Oh, we got, was it John Cotter? No, not John Cotter. John
Stewart.
Yeah, he's on there, which is...
The John Stewart skin for Green Lantern.
Yeah, which is like the one John we Stewart. Know and stuff like that. The
John Stewart that we know from the Justice League and Justice League Unlimited, the one that I actually prefer.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather not have there be a White Lantern, I guess you could say. But because they're kind of I'd rather have this guy. This guy.
Yeah, he's good.
No nonsense kind of guy.
Oh my god! I also bought Harley Quinn costume, the classic one. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, the Harley Quinn classic one where she's wearing like a full body suit. And what's interesting, because in the older animated shows and stuff like that, they didn't, and I believe, well, from what I know, she wasn't as busty as she is now, and it definitely fills out the suit a little bit more.
Oh,
it kind of looks like this kind of spandex kind of stuff,
yeah.
Which, yeah, definitely looks interesting.
Bruh.
Definitely.
Bruh. I'm in love. I think this is what love is.
I don't know. I think this is what lust is. I don't know, man.
I think this is love, bro.
So, since we're on the whole concept of all this injustice kind of thing, so you know that, Aquaman's in that game, right?
Yeah.
So, like, Aquaman's getting his own animated movie, bro.
See what?
His own animated DC movies. And if you guys don't know, DC animated movies are probably the best superhero animated movies you're probably going to watch ever. Marvel's slacking. DC definitely knows what it is and what it is. They know how to do. They are the best at doing DC animated movies, definitely. Though they only do movies for popular characters when you really think about it.
Yeah.
You don't see them at... You either see the Justice League, Batman, or Superman. You'd never see, like a Flash movie, which, guess what? He got one. The Flashpoint Paradox, which is one of the best.
Yeah.
Or maybe the best DC movie they put out.
Yeah, but, like, I don't know. Like, sometimes they do bomb. Like, there was, I think it was an old movie, though. Like, the older ones are the ones that, like, kind of bomb for me.
Yeah, sometimes the older ones have a great concept, but they ended up fucking them up. But definitely, since the good track run of the DC movies that are happening now, I definitely think they're gonna since Aquaman's getting in popularity, because the new 52 Aquaman comics are actually pretty damn good. I've actually read a couple of them; they're pretty good, and I enjoy them. Definitely, they're doing a great service to Aquaman, where everyone likes to shit on him because of the stupid fucking Family Guy shit, and the Super Friends bullshit. He's an interesting character. He's definitely strong. They fucking made a movie where him and Wonder Woman pretty much take over the world, bro.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
That was just...
I
don't know, if people haven't seen it
they're
yet,
definitely strong.
I mean, it was pretty much a upscale Jersey Shore thing. Like,
what?
It was so petty. The reason they were fighting.
Yeah, the reason they were fighting was kind of stupid, which kind of gives me an issue, but hey, everything that came along with it was pretty nice.
Yeah, I was like, really? Really?
And Superman didn't save the day, kind of, but whatever. We call him Super Stick or something? I don't know.
I don't know, man. I always call him Super Bitch.
But apparently, according to this whole animated movie of Aquaman, they're gonna try to do their own thing. They're not gonna do a story from the comic book. I believe the Throne of Atlantis is one that a lot of people really want. Apparently, that one's really good. Which I believe it was in the New 52 recently. It was a story arc. But, hey, I'm excited for it. I want them to see them do justice to him, have people at least like him a little more. I definitely was one of those people that shit on Aquaman, and then I started learning more stuff about him and how fucking strong he is. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, me too.
You got any?
Sorry.
You got any thoughts on that, bro?
Yes, I do. I'm about to share them with you.
What's going on?
Oh, piss off. No, yeah, like Aquaman, like I didn't really think much of him, and like the Family Guy thing, I only heard about it. I've never seen it or whatever, but I never really was like, oh, Aquaman, yeah. It's because he was like not as announced as the other superheroes, so I was like, oh, okay, whatever. But when they actually announced him and stuff like that, like the super strength stuff and all that jazz, when he's like above water, and then I don't know, like I seen like fan art when he summons a Kraken and whatever. And I'm like, that's pretty cool and stuff like that. And then recently, because of Injustice, I played him and I'm like, bro, this guy's alpha. This guy's fucks you up with his stick.
Oh, it's a trident. Easy there. He's about to impale you for saying it's a stick. We're not talking about Superman and Flashpoint. Calm down there.
Oh,
Jeez.
okay.
Fuck.
But yeah. But yeah, I was like, man, this guy's really cool.
So weird.
But besides that, I never really it's not like he's like Captain America, pretty much
yeah.
And I'm just like he's underappreciated. Like he's there, he has his cool stuff, but he's not as he's like the back cover of a magazine. While they put like in the front cover, they put like Batman and Superman and all that jazz. He's still on there, but it's just like not as mentioned.
Yeah, I want to say the comparison to Captain America is kind of because Captain America, man, he's the first Avenger. He's an American. He's an American hero. He fought fucking vampires and Nazis and aliens and all these wonderful things, bro. Just I don't know. Captain America, I think, is on a whole nother level.
I don't know, but like I said, he's not as mentioned as the other ones, like Spider-Man and
yeah, that's true.
And what is it?
They all had their popularity. It's just that within the new age, it kind of died out a little bit. Currently now.
Because, like, I remember
there's
when
a
I was
reason
younger,
why
I
they're
saw
still
Spider-Man
around.
cartoons. I never seen, like, a Captain America cartoon or anything like that.
I think so back when they had stuff like that. I'm not exactly sure. I believe they made movies about Captain America that were pretty successful back when.
Oh.
But I believe the Vietnam War was going on around that time, so that probably was the reason. Everyone got patriotic and shit, so... So it usually comes with the patriotism and Captain America. Hey, how about Captain Mexico? Let's talk about that guy.
That guy exists?
Yeah.
What the hell?
He wears a sombrero and a poncho.
Are you serious?
No.
Wow.
Not about what I just said, but I think Captain Mexico or Mexico is actually is a real deal kind of thing.
Never heard of him.
You don't know how to feel about that, do you?
I've never heard of him. Like, I don't know if he's like a make fun or whatever.
I don't know. I've only heard of it. I've read about it when I was reading like Captain America's bio and stuff like that, and they mentioned other superheroes like him, I guess you could say. But I doubt he's like him because the super soldier serum's supposed to like not be ever discovered because no one knows it. Which I find kind of interesting.
Which is...
Everyone kind of makes something close to it, but it's not
the
true thing.
So
it's not the true thing.
Isn't that what the Hulk is? He was trying to, like, come up with that serum? Or something like that?
I think there's different kind of origin stories for the Hulk. But I think it's something along those lines. But gamma rays are usually just...
Yeah, and I thought gamma rays were good for him, but apparently he can't absorb that many gamma rays either? That's weird.
It's radiation, bro. No, I don't think anyone could really absorb that much radiation.
He ate it up. I thought he was like, gamma rays.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I thought he was like that.
I don't know
but then,
that.
Recently I saw the Hulk and the team of Smash or whatever.
Oh, yeah, the Agents of Smash, which is okay. It has potential. It's kind of silly. Did you watch the second episode?
No, not yet.
Nah, you're about to get She-Hulk stinky shits in that episode, so, that's why I say this. It's definitely aimed at children. They do have some great parts in it, but it's, nah.
So it's like,
it has potential, just like Avengers Assemble.
Is like the Hulk intelligent now? Like, did he absorb his other side's intelligence, or what's up?
No, he's under control. He's under control.
Oh.
I don't know why I have to keep bringing this up to you. He's under control.
Oh, because I remember...
When you get too angry, he loses shit.
Oh, because I remember recently they were like questioning that, like, because he always thought of him as a green monster that just lost, and then went rampages. But like, there was comics where they were saying like he secretly always like was smart and stuff like that. He always kind of knew, you know, that jazz.
Yeah.
And, like, he like kept it hidden though. So it's like, I think Hulk should grow a beard.
All right, enough of that.
I seen
comic
that. I seen Hulk with a beard. I think it's cool. I like it.
I seen that comic too. There's a recent comic where fucking Hulk goes to try to fight Cthulhu. Like it's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous.
I seen movies with the Hulk, man.
Hulk in outer space is the best, people. The Hulk in outer space is great. All right, that's all I gotta say. Him on Earth sucks. Outer space, great. All right, got anything else to say before we move on?
There's a Hulk movie where he fights Thor, and a Hulk movie where he goes to like Mars or something like that, or like I don't even know, but he goes somewhere.
Planet Hulk?
What?
Are you talking about Planet Hulk?
Yeah.
Planet Hulk?
Yeah.
Oh, he falls in love. Oh.
Yeah. He falls in love. He's under control. I was like, what the fuck? Okay.
Yeah, it was interesting. All right. So time to move on. So, bro, you know, I have to walk to go to your house, and
yes,
it was an adventure going to your house. It's not that long of walk, definitely, if I decide to take the shortcut, but I'm terrified of taking a shortcut, to be honest with you. But all right, bro. When I was getting ready, I was texting. I was like, all right, man, I'm gonna come. I'm gonna walk slowly there. You know, you're gonna jump in the shower. You know, get fresh and so clean.
Fresh to death.
Dun, 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 dun. Fresh and so clean. And then, you know, I was about to leave, and, you know, I was getting my jacket on, I got my pants on, I was putting on my shoes, and then I start hearing knocks at the door. I was like, oh shit, I'm not gonna be able to leave here for another hour. Like, they're gonna know I'm here. Like, if they walk away, and then what if they're, like, still in the car, and I get out the house, and they're like, why the fuck did you answer? And then they, like, just break into my house and steal shit. That's what I was worried about. And then I sat here for 5 minutes because I literally was gonna wait that hour until they left. So I was sitting here for 5 minutes. The knocking kept happening. I was like, all right, maybe it's one of my family members. I don't know who it is. Maybe Buddy. Maybe my mom dropped off Buddy or something. Because just to give a little backstory, my family hasn't been home a lot. They stay home for one day, you know, for to relax and eat and whatever, just eat something at home. And then they end up going out again to wherever they may go. I don't know where they go. They don't tell me. Everyone, except me, because I have to stay home and gotta take care of the house and I gotta do YouTube stuff. So pretty much I'm the maid. I've talked about this in other videos. I'm pretty much maid of the house. Kind of dirty stuff, but whatevs. And, I was like, oh shit, who could this be? And so I acted like I was about to leave, right? So I was like, alright. I was like, alright. Oh, hello there. It's like, oh, it's Julie. She's like, oh, you idiot. Why did you open the door? I had to pee. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry.
Wait.
She had to pee.
Oh. I thought you said, like, as in past tense. Like, what happened?
No. Like, she was pounding on the door, and I was an asshole right here, because you know when you get that anticipation where, like, I can finally go to the bathroom? She had that for a whole 5 minutes, and I'm surprised she didn't go to the bathroom on herself, because her brother was scared to answer the door. And I never really liked answering the door. A lot of people usually, you know, I don't know. I grew up in a bad neighborhood. Now, right now it's good. It's just still I have that anxiety of opening up the door. And the last time I opened up the door, I got arrested. So I'm not really feeling good about this. Open up the doors. So it's kind of fucked. But, you know, that's that stuff that stuck with me. So, you know, I told Julie I was going to come home. She told me to call her before I come home. I was like, alright then. And then, I go and walk to this guy's house. So I'm walking to his house. I have to go to this intersection. And now, I don't think I've probably mentioned this in live streams and all this. And a couple stuff that we live in a farming town. Where there's corn, bro. There's a big field of corn. You know, we live in the Midwest. Obviously, we're going to be part of a farming town. So, so there's this intersection where I have to cross to be able to get to where the corn is, and in turn travel to where Momo's house. And in this, it is a 4-way intersection. Is that the right way? Is that the right turn? I don't know. I don't remember
Yeah, it is 4-way. It's in the sign.
And so I always hate like doing this little limbo of someone telling me to cross, but yet I'm not ready to cross because I can't see them in the car. Like, when I looked, I went to look, and just the window was black. I was like, oh shit, I can't see them waving me on or anything. And there was a big glare. And then the person, like, you know, they stuck out their hand. They told me to go. And so, you know, I'm at this intersection, kind of I'm waiting for this person to come by. The intersection's filling up as soon as I fucking get there. I don't understand. There's no one there. No cars pass. Intersection filled up once I get there. Okay, bad timing. Bad luck, Luna. Whatever. And so there was another car coming from the opposite direction. Obviously, the pass on the other side. So I ended up... So, since this, the car that was in front of me told me to walk, I ended up walking in front of the car, and then this guy at the opposite stop sign ended up going across. So if I walked across, I would have got hit by the guy, or the guy would have stopped and honked at me and yelled at me. And so I waited, I stayed in front of the car that was ready to cross the intersection. I was just holding up my hand. I was like, oh my god, I don't want to look at him. They're going to be mad at me, they're going to know my face, they're going to find me, and once that car passed the intersection, I fucking booked it. I booked it as fast as I can. He was like, they know who I am, they're going to chase me, they're going to fucking yell at me. This asshole was just standing in front of the fucking car like he was a traffic guard. Like, what is going on? And that was kind of awkward. I definitely felt really, And, oh, while I was walking up, because this cornfield, there's actually a street next to it, that's actually the length of the cornfield. So pretty much it's a pretty decent walk. It's like probably a block and a half long.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was walking. So it's kind of like this big street. And so this guy was driving past me. He kind of slowed down. And then he speed up really, really fast where you heard the tires squeal. And he just went vroom when he drove fast for me. I tried to take a picture of it. I was like, fuck. Damn it. You probably thought I was a fine-ass girl. But then there's a route where dividing our town. And so I get there, and Momo lives on the opposite side of the route, because our town's split up in two, I guess you could say, by this route.
Mm-hmm.
And this route's just like a big, I don't want to say a highway, but giving you the idea of what, you know, cars go fast there, you know. There's stoplights, but cars go fast. It's a route. And, usually you could just, you know, jaywalk across the street very easily, because waiting at the light's kind of bogus, because, you know, I believe you told me that people just walk.
Yeah, like I want to be a good guy.
And you're being a good Samaritan, and you're pressing the button.
Yeah, I stand there, and then I'm like, there's no cars passing by or whatever, but I'm like, I probably should not cross or whatever. But then there's people that just like go walking behind me. I'm like, are they gonna wait with me? And they just walk right by me, and I'm like, man, I feel like a fucking idiot just standing here. And then when I try to go right after them, a car decides to turn where I'm going, and I'm like, fuck! And I have to do that stop go thing. Or like, do I go? Do you go? Do I go? Do I go? So I just start running. I'm like, fuck this shit! Fuck this shit! Fuck! I look ridiculous.
Definitely, I have those issues with crossing that area. I hate crossing that area for that reason. Because I don't know when's the right time. I usually have someone with me. So Momo had bad internet connection, so he couldn't hear me. So pretty much, I'm re-saying what I'm gonna say right now. So you know, I wanted to be a good Samaritan and wanted to, you know, like, hey, click the buttons for the crosswalk, because everyone knows the crosswalk. You know, you click it, it gives you like 5 seconds to make across a big stretch of road, which is impossible, which I don't understand. Usually, I have to book it across to be able to make it, which is dumb. But you know, I was gonna do that, and I was walking by it, because I was gonna wait. And I was like, alright, walking by, and I was looking at it. There's 2 buttons. And 2 buttons were, like, on the same side of one place. So I was like, oh shit. I was like, which one goes that way, and which one goes to the street next to me? I was like, oh, I guess I'm not doing that today. And I ended up just walking past it. And I did this, like, little pause just looking at it, because I was staring at it. I was like, nope, not doing that. Not doing this. I'm not gonna embarrass myself and accidentally go to the left instead of go forward where I want to go. You know, I go down the wrong crosswalk. So I ended up walking on the side of the route, which you're not supposed to do, but no one really messes with you there. And it's pretty much next to the rail, where we have a train going through our town too. So it's like, police really don't like it there because people apparently get hit by shrapnel, which is, yeah, I see that every once in a while. Kids put stupid shit on the railroads and it flies off and hits people and destroys houses. But hey,
Never seen that.
Yeah, that happens. But I ended up walking on the side, and I was in the traffic, just picked up. I'm like, are you serious? When am I gonna cross? Literally, right in front of your house. I had to run across the street. I was just waiting there, bro. Waiting there. But before that, actually, when I was walking, I kind of forgot that. But when I was walking to your house, I was walking on the side road. This car stopped right next to me. He's like, hey, you want to ride to wherever you're going? I was like, oh, yeah, I want to over there where the Three Kings are, or whatever the fucking place is. And he was like, all right, I'll take you there, just get in the back seat, just in case you're fishy, whatever. I'm like, all right. So this guy, I was like, oh, this guy's going to pick me up. I wasn't thinking, he was like, oh, this guy could kidnap me, or anything like that. I wasn't thinking, I was like, I don't.
It's kind of like...
Yeah, I'm going to have to... I'm going to have to take out that word.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I mean, it's a small town, so it's kind of nothing big happens here ever.
Yep. Yeah, it's a small town. The biggest thing that happened here was a big fucking meth lab. So, whatever, right?
It wasn't even that big. It wasn't even that dangerous.
I know. It was just in this place that sells pretty damn good stuff. No wonder. They probably got the money to be able to get that pretty damn good stuff. But I know. The guy stopped right next to me. He's like, I'll drive you to wherever you were. I was like, all right. So I stop, and I was about to get into the car, and the dude just drives off. I was like, this did not just happen to me. I was like, am I Bigfoot in that stupid Bigfoot commercial? I was like, oh, come on, buddy. He's like, oh, they're going to give me for a ride. And just keep on moving. It sucked, bro. And then I got to your house, and then, I wrestled your brothers and made them tap out. So it's okay. It's all okay. That day was pretty great. Beat your ass in Injustice. Had breakfast sausage, which was interesting. And then I had this weird hot dog. It was pretty weird. It's definitely a different consistency from hot dogs I've eaten before, but it was tasty. But, yeah. That was my little adventure of going to Momo's house. I don't like the outside world. It scares me.
Bro, if that would have happened to me and they were like, get back in, I'm like, nope, I'm done. I'm not. I trust
No,
you.
he didn't do it. He just drove off. I was like, okay.
But I'm just saying, if it happened twice, it's like if you did it one time and he says, okay, I was just kidding. I'm like, nope, you're a total fucking stranger. I gave you my trust for like a second and you fucked me over. I'm walking the rest of the way. I don't care. No, seriously, guy, come in. Nope, I'm walking, bro. I'm walking. I had to do that with friends. Like, they always like, let's hang out. I'm like, oh, okay. And then they're like, chill in the parking lot. I'm like, okay. And then they start driving off. I'm like, you motherfuckers. So, it's always after I open the door. So, I'm used to this thing now where if I open somebody's door, I just jump on. Like, I put my feet on there and I hang on. So, if they start driving off, I'm in the car. So, all I have to do is just sit down. But I do that all the time now, which is like, And there's also times where, like, they don't know exactly where I live. They just know, like, what side of the buildings I live, but they know where I live. So I go out there, and they're like, oh, we're out here, and I don't know where they are. And there's always people coming in and out my apartment or whatever. So I'm just like, so I have to do this weird little walk where I have to inspect the car to see if it's them, and if it's not them, I'm fucked. So one time I thought it was them, and I'm like, nope, that's not her. Just keep walking. Pretend you're going to like the sidewalk or something, and then I hear a honk behind me. I'm like, no, they saw me. They saw me do this. So I have to do the walk of shame around and back, and be like, hey guys, what's up? I was like, come on. It's embarrassing.
It definitely is, bro. It definitely is.
Oh yeah, but following along with your crossing street stores and stuff like that, there was one. There was like 3 separate occasions. Okay, one when we were crossing the big divider street. I had to book it across because my friend Sherlock Holmes was all like, "Oh, we gotta go now." I'm like, "Come on, now there's traffic." So I had to run, and it rained beforehand. So, like, there was this red car coming, so I'm like, fuck! So I run and jump across so I can make it.
What the fuck?
And then I slide on mud and fall on my ass in front of all these people. and they're like laughing their ass off, and I'm like, my only reaction is just to flick them off. This was back in high school too, so I was a little dude, and I'm like, man, come on. And Sherlock Holmes was just laughing at me. I'm like, come on, at least help me up. He's like, nope, I just gotta laugh at you. I'm like, man, we're not even that good of friends.
Exactly.
We're not even that good of friends, so you're laughing at me. Fuck you.
Yeah.
And then, definitely where the cornfield street. I remember when I walked to your house in the mornings and stuff like that. Fucking people that go to school and stuff like that, like, always cross that street. And like you said, there's nobody there when you're coming. But when you're far away, but when you're there, they're always coming. It's like, come on. And then, like, there's times where I'm, like, timing it, and I'm like, am I gonna make it before them? Should I start slowing down? Or should I speed up so I can make it before them? Stuff like that. So it's like, it's awkward. And there's been occasions where I have to, like, they're, like, stopping there, and I'm like, fuck this. I go behind the car so they can just go ahead, and I go around. It's embarrassing. It's like, come on. But
yeah, I dislike that.
There's this one occasion where I was walking from your house back to my house on a winter's day, and I see this car, and he's by
I remember this.
And he's like by the he's pretty far, so I'm like, I'm walking, and then all of a sudden I get hit by a car, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm thinking, like, I look at the van, and I'm like, this looks like one of my friend's vans or something like that. It's probably one of my friends. So what I do, after I, like, because I get hit in a way where I was able to hang on to the roof or the hood of the car or whatever, so I wouldn't fall on my ass and get ran over completely. After I let go and stuff like that, and they were able to stop, I go around, open the door, the passenger door, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I thought it was one of my friends. And I was like, what the fuck's wrong with you? But it was some Mexican guy or whatever. And he's like, look at me. Like, I'm sorry. I try to stop, but my car slid. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, oh fuck, I thought it was one of my friends. I'm in this now. So I'm like,
he thought you were gonna fucking kill him or something.
Because
no one opens a door like that.
I thought it was one of my friends, but I opened the door and I was like, I'm in this now. I gotta go with it. So I'm like, okay, it's okay, it's understandable. I see. Okay, all right. Can I have a ride to my house then? Because it was cold. So I'm like, just give me a ride to my house and we're good. And he only gave me a ride to 34 because he was late for work, which in my case, I'm like, come on, you kind of ran me over. I think you kind of owe me a little bit more than that, but I'm like, okay, whatever. It's good enough. It's a little bit less walk than I have to do now, so.
Yeah.
But it was like, are you serious? Like, I'd never been hit by a car before, and I'm like, come on. And I seriously thought it was one of my friends, so otherwise I wouldn't open the door. I would have been like, what the hell to the guy, or like, hit his hood of the car, going like, okay, what the fuck? Or like, which way are you going? And just walk away. But since I thought it was my friend, I opened the door, and he looked scared, bro. I never knew I was intimidating or anything like that, so I opened the door, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm just like,
no, bro, you expect the person to be outside and be like, what the fuck? Not try to open the door of their car and try to fuck them up. Like I said, he probably thought you were going to murder him or something, or steal his car. He's like, oh yeah, by the way, give me the car, leave the car. What? Get out and leave the car.
It was like, I wasn't hit that hard or anything like that, but I was hit by a car.
He was trying to slap, so he was just sliding.
Yeah.
And you were able to stop most of it, so he wasn't going so fast, because your ass would have probably rolled up on the hood. If he hit you really hard?
Yeah.
And going fast?
I just, like, landed on top of it and hang on before he completely stopped and, like, launched me off. I was like...
Was it like did he go through the intersection? Mm-hmm. So he was in the middle of the intersection?
Yeah.
Wow, you slid a little bit. That's fucking scary.
He did hit me. Like, I was like, he hit me hard enough where I landed on top of his, like my upper part of my feet, got off the ground. And then... But instead of when you get hit and they stop, we go flying a little bit. I was able to react fast enough to hang onto the roof. So when he stopped, I was able to hold myself on the roof so I wouldn't fly off or anything like that. So I didn't get hit super hard. That I was like, oh, I fractured something. But I was hit. I was like, what the fuck? That's why I was mad at that. I thought it was one of my friends because I'm like, bro, you hit me kind of hard. Even if you were kidding around, you hit me with a car. So that's why I opened the doors, and then fuck. It was awkward. It was like, in my head, I'm like, fuck. And I'm like, okay, it's fine. Just give me a right up there, and we're good. That's it.
It's ridiculous, bro. So this is the part of the podcast where we say if you're interested in this show, right? We're gonna talk about a show, and like we said, we're probably gonna talk about Watamote every single week, but we haven't really got into it. We haven't been keeping up with it.
I mean, we watched
Momo doesn't really...
last 2 episodes already.
Yeah, but Do you want to talk about that really quick before we talk about Breaking Bad?
I don't know. I don't feel anything worth talking about right now.
In Watamote, nothing really worth talking about?
Nothing that I can remember.
Alright. Alright, so right now, yeah, you know how we brought up the whole thing where we're going to talk about Watamote every week? Yeah, we'll probably do that. We'll probably try for next week for a new episode, since we watched like a bulk of episodes trying to get caught up, and we do apologize for that. I totally forgot about it, and Momo just, he's like, oh, what? We're watching? Kind of thing. He's like, I don't have time. I don't know. But, we're going to talk about Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad recently came back to finish the next half of the season. It's this weird thing that AMC does. I don't know if it's a common thing, because this is like my first series I'm watching like this,
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's the first for you too.
Yeah.
Where they split up the seasons, where there's like, I believe 16 episodes, or 12 or 7. Actually, I'm not sure. But it's episode 9 right now, and the second half of the season starting again. So, bro.
Yes.
Bro. So if anyone wants to, so I apologize. I'm rumbling, but if you want to watch this series Breaking Bad, you want to watch it for yourself without anyone spoiling it. I definitely, stop listening to this video right now, because that's what we're going to talk about at the end. That's going to be the end off. We didn't want to start it in the beginning. So we're going to be talking about some points in Breaking Bad, not everything, but some specific points, mostly just, what we personally think what's going to happen kind of thing. We may bring up a couple points. There's definitely one situation in this episode that definitely was really good. But, if you want to watch Breaking Bad, just the podcast ends for you right now.
Okay, have fun,
I don't want to spoil it.
Bye.
Yeah. Thank you for listening to this episode as far as you did. And, until next time. But right now, bro, we're going to be talking about Breaking Bad episode 9. At least I think it's episode 9.
Oh, no,
the wiki said so. Episode 9, so it starts up again, bro. And for anyone who's listening now who do watch Breaking Bad, we're going to be probably talking about this every single week, because we are going to be watching it.
Oh, yeah.
Every single week. I guarantee we're going to probably watch it the day, like the time it comes on. I did. Momo did.
Yeah, I went into work late so I can watch it.
Oh, no! It was like weird. You went into work late like 9 times. Weird.
Why is it every Sunday?
But yeah, Breaking Bad, definitely a pretty solid episode. Definitely a lot of setup to what the end of the season is gonna be. Like, this is the definite final season. No more. Everything's being wrapped up. There's nothing really to bring on anymore. For the reason that fucking I forgot his name already.
Walt.
Walt handled everything like a boss, bro.
Yeah.
He handled everything and everyone.
I don't know.
Even someone by accident. So that was kind of interesting. But, they definitely... I believe they start off the episode how they start off the first episode of Season 5. Except a continuation of it, where he was, like, in that diner in North Carolina, I believe it was.
Mm-hmm.
And he's selling the drugs, and he has a big fucking gun in his trunk.
Yeah, he has hair and bald, he looks like a homeless person.
Uh-huh.
Somebody that's loaded.
And,
What's up?
Excuse me, I'm just, my allergies are acting up.
Oh. Gesundheit.
Thank you. And, he has this big fucking gun, which, apparently to the writers of the show, they put that in there for something to be a curveball. Them themselves didn't know what it was, how to do it. They just wanted it there, and they wanted to write it into the show somehow.
Oh, really?
Kind of thing. So, yeah. Yep, they wanted to be a special thing, because them themselves didn't know where it was going to go. It's going to be needed within the story. He's going to use it. When I first saw it, I told you I thought he was going to do this whole Tony Montana thing, right?
Yeah.
kind of thing. But I don't really see Walt doing something like that. He doesn't really dirty his hands in that kind of way. We have seen him shoot people, but he fucking ran them over. I don't think we've seen him actually shoot someone.
Yeah, he usually
Walt
like have somebody else deal with it, or he poisons them.
Yeah, and definitely that's a big thing that was brought up in this episode, where they actually it's a flash forward. You know, they're showing the flash forwards, and we're in the present now. They flash forward in the beginning of the episode, and they go back to the present. And in the flash forward, Walt goes back to his house, and his house is barred off.
Yeah, and
like a fence, no trespassing.
Yeah, and then I think everybody knows who he is now and stuff like that because somebody graffitied on his wall Heisenberg.
Yep, Heisenberg, which is his persona in that wonderful world that he delved into, where he had to delve into, and then he couldn't get out. They kept pulling me back in.
He didn't have.
Yeah. He didn't have to, but it's definitely that's what makes the story this story. So in turn, he had to per se. But and unless he was in Canada, you know, free healthcare. Oh, we'll take care of it right away, sir. With this massive amounts of taxes. But yeah, definitely he goes into his house. His house is trash. Doors are broken down. You know, everywhere where it looks like where he hid money is like ripped open. Like you remember where the area where he hid money in
Yeah, but that was like in the beginning when he was trying to hide it from his wife.
Yeah.
But now his wife's in it.
Yeah, it's not there, but I find it kind of interesting that area right there is ripped open. You know, so that means like maybe someone raided his house for the money or something like that. Because you know, there's some issues going on where fucking that guy that he taught how to make to be able to take his place. You know, his shit's not as great, and the people who are getting his shit are not happy with the shit he's making because it's shit.
Yeah.
Because they think it's him making it, but it's, you know. But yeah, he actually goes I forgot, I think it was in season 4, was it? Maybe? Where he hid the Bryson, the poison that he used to poison the little kid. You know, stuff that was brought up within the series. It's like this long running thing within the series, the Bryson, where he tried to kill people with. Hold on. Alright. Where he tried to kill people with them, right?
Yeah.
With the Bryson. You know, Walt usually ends up poisoning or has someone else kill them. Has been the big thing. The only deaths he's ever done was, like, you know, choking the fucking dude out in the beginning, in season 1, I believe.
Yeah.
Was it season 1?
Yeah.
Or did that carry over to season 2?
No, I think it was season 1.
Season 1, definitely with that. He shot, like, 3 people. 1 was by accident, and 2 was he ran them over. So it was like, whatevs. And you know, we don't know what that's gonna be because you know he uses that to like protect himself, to be able to take out someone, because you know he doesn't dirty his hands like that. But yet there's a machine gun in this thing. So what's going on? What happened to this Walt in the future? What is going on with him? Why is he? You know, he looks like hell now.
He looks homeless. Do you think he's still loaded?
Huh?
Do you think he's still loaded, or is it like all confiscated?
I think probably something raided him. You know, people raided him. You know that girl?
Yeah.
That girl's probably going to be a big part within the series, the people she's working with. You know. And there's a lot of stuff happening now. You know, he's going into his depressed states again. You know, I don't like Jesse like that. Honestly, don't. He gets too depressed too much. You know, he was a drug dealer who has too much, like, sympathy. You know?
Yeah.
He's a good guy. It's just that he just got stuck in these situations just to get by because he wasn't good at anything, you know? Well, yeah, what do you think about it? Yeah. They kind of gave us backstory on Jesse, but, now, Jesse got his cut of the money. He ended up just, like, going out and throwing the money because he doesn't want it. You know, from all the stuff he did for it. He's like, fuck it. You know, just throwing money like like a newspaper boy everywhere.
Yeah.
And, yeah, and that's pretty much what the episode was. You know, I'm bringing up parts within the episodes that are interesting. All right, I guess we're gonna talk about this, bro. The poison. What is he gonna do with it, brah? The Bryson.
I don't know. That poison was originally meant for that girl, but since she made him that offer, he didn't go through with it and stuff like that. And I'm sure he can get more Ricins from somewhere else and stuff like that. If he really wanted to, but I think maybe because it was meant for her, he is like, I saved it just for her, so some like poetic justice for him or something like that. So that's why he went back to get it. Because, I mean, he's able to get Ricin so easily a lot. like throughout.
Yeah, you can make it. It's a very common berry or flower. I can't recall. He actually bought one and made it out of it when he poisoned the little kid.
No, that was something else.
No, that was Bryson.
No, it wasn't because Jesse said it was ricin, and then the police got involved and goes like, "How'd you know it was ricin?" And then the doctor said it was some weird plant thing that was not ricin.
No, I thought the ricin was the thing that was made easily. Oh no, it was a special kind of poison. The ricin is, and then yeah, okay, yeah, because I remember Jesse getting in trouble for that.
Yeah, but he got away with it because it wasn't ricin.
Yeah, I remember that.
Anyways, so I think it's like a poetic justice thing. So I think he's gonna go poison her and stuff like that. And because basically right now that lady is the kingpin of the whole operation. Because she runs everything.
Unwanted.
In what?
I don't think she really wants to do that.
I know, but she does because she's in a box right now. She said, but she raided the like I assume she did raid the house and stuff like that. Because I mean, there's no point for the cop guy, Hank to do it, because in the end of the episode he's like, what's the point? And watch yourself and stuff like that. Cause like
tread lightly.
Yeah, because he basically said like, there's no real point on chasing me because I'm a dying man. But if you're gonna do it, you better watch yourself, cause fuck, I'm not gonna go down easy or something like that.
All right, yeah, this is a point that I forgot to mention in this episode. This was the big hanging off point from the beginning of the first half of the season. Hank finds out who WW is. Walter White, or someone who he suspects, which his suspicions are right, but obviously, you know, Walt is being, you know, badass. And definitely, at the end of this episode, I forgot to bring up, they confrontation between Hank and fucking Walt.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that to happen at all. I thought there was just going to be this cat and mouse game still. Walt goes over to Hank's house while he's looking at the evidence on the table, puts it away really quick, like, you know, he closes the garage door and punches Walt in the face.
Yeah, he sort of had to confront them though, because since he had that bug on the car and stuff like that, and if he took it off, he would have known, and then he wouldn't have the upper hand. So this way, he would have had the upper hand and kept the device, so he doesn't know he went to visit Jesse and all that jazz.
Yeah, and definitely, that was awesome. That was like, that made the episode. You know, that could have made the episode if nothing else was building up. You know, that was awesome.
Yeah. I wish Walt would have thrown a couple punches though, because Walt just acted innocent.
No, he's still pretending not to be, you know, Heisenberg. You know, he's like, you fucking blew up a nursing home. Fucking all these people you killed. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, but I expected him to go all Heisenberg, where he's all like getting angry and said all that stride yourself, because he wasn't all Heisenberg. He was still Walt when he was talking to him though throughout the whole
he went Heisenberg when he was like, tread lightly.
No,
bitch.
Really? I don't know. I felt like he was.
Yeah.
I felt he could have been harder on that part.
I don't know. There's Heisenberg is still in Walt. You know, you seen it happen when he was talking about when it came to whatchamacallit, the wash station, when he was telling why don't we have the food sense with the food sense and have, you know, the plant sense with the plant sense. You know, he's talking like someone to be able to increase profit as in a drug dealer kind of thing. I don't know. That Heisenberg kind of control came out of him right there. And I was like, oh, that's pretty interesting that they threw that in there. Yeah. Definitely forgot to bring that up. But what I think about the poison. You got anything to say before I talk about the poison?
I already said poetic justice, all that jazz. Besides that, no. I'm good.
Alright. So the poison. So I told Momo the first thing I thought was that either... Actually, I don't even think I talked about the poison.
No, you
actually,
talked
the
about
big
Jesse.
thing... Yeah, the big thing I talked about was Jesse, which I'll talk about Jesse with the poison thing. So you know the poison... After this episode, definitely how everything goes, you know, this is supposed to be about Walt and Skylar, you know, his wife, the bitch wife that no one really likes, even though she's the voice of reason. You know, she's good and Walt's bad, you know. But you can't be doing these things. You need to fucking stop, get out of this, but whatever. We already know her. We see her as annoying. It's kind of weird how we enjoy someone who's doing these terrible things, but yet we dislike someone who's, you know, trying to do the right thing.
I don't like her because the cheating shit.
Yeah, that was kind of fucked.
She had that even before Heisenberg, apparently, where she like flirted with the guy and they came back and stuff, and then all that flirting shit. I don't know. I didn't like that. And then it's like, and like Walt had his reasons for doing this because he was all like, I want to do it for my family and all that stuff. And even in the beginning, he's like, son, I'm sorry that you found out this way, but know that I love you and I did this for us and stuff like that and all that jazz. He chose to be the bad guy for a good reason, which is still bad, but his reasoning for it is what we sympathize with.
Mm-hmm. All right, and the poison. Now, I was thinking of weird kind of things, because Walt's alive in the flash forward, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we don't see, we don't see Skylar, we don't see Walt Jr., we don't see anyone else. We only see him by himself.
Hello.
And definitely when he said, I believe, hello, Carol, she dropped her groceries, like...
I hear you from, we don't see Skylar.
We didn't see in the flash forwards. We didn't see Skylar. We didn't see Walt Jr. We didn't see Jesse. We didn't see Hank or anything. All we got to see, was Walt by himself when he was going to his house in the flash forwards. And the only person we've probably seen from the past in his flash forward is Carol. I think that's her name, Carol.
Yeah, Carol.
Hello, Carol. And he says hello, Carol, and she drops her stuff, which is hinting at something big happened at the house or something big happened where the community knows.
Yeah.
Right. So, I think Walt only uses that to cover his ass, to cover stuff up, because he doesn't get his hands dirty. So I don't know what would be messing with him. Would he be able to kill his own family because of it? Maybe his family finds out, or something. I don't know. Maybe Hank does something. Will he be able to kill his brother-in-law? My big point is Jesse. There's something with Jesse. Because, Jesse's going through this thing where he just hates everything that he did, ever since the whole little boy getting shot kind of thing.
Yeah.
You remember when they when they did a train robbery?
Yeah.
That was interesting. And he definitely has been questioning a lot of things, all that wonderful stuff. And I don't know if Jesse's going to be the thing that could possibly be taking down Walt, because definitely that's what I talked about before, that Walt was going to kill Jesse, but, Walt kind of ended up weaseling his way out of it without, I guess, knowing, I guess you could say. Wait, no, did I say Walt was going to kill Jesse? Or Jesse was going to kill Walt? I forgot what episode.
No, you said, what you told me about was that the police is going to kill Jesse because they panicked because he's going to pull a gun or something like that.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, or maybe he's going to go with the police and go against Walt. But, Walt said he has cancer again, right?
Yeah.
So, maybe he's gonna fake his death? Or maybe... I don't know. So, the cancers, since they brought it up, that's gonna deal with it too. So, definitely he's gonna use that to take care of someone. I don't think it's gonna be that girl. I don't think that girl's gonna be much of a problem. I think it's gonna be people that's working with the girl, which is not gonna be pretty much anything, when you think about it. Because the girl's not really... I don't know. I think the big point is for Jesse. Jesse. Jesse's going to be the one that Walt's going to have to take down, because probably he knows everything.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe the only one that knows Walt's still alive. Or I'm not exactly... we don't know yet. This is we have I believe 7 or 8 more episodes to go until the end of the season. So it's I don't know. Shit's going to happen. Shit is going to happen with that poison. The poison's always... There's this big, masquerade going on around it of him trying to get rid of someone with it. But initially I think it's for Jesse, or I don't know if he's gonna kill his own family. I don't know. There's gonna be something where his past and him as Heisenberg's gonna be brought up into the open, maybe during his death or with his death, because I don't think he's gonna go on trial, because I don't know. Something's big. I don't know, bro. It's so what is, because we're still what's it called? Stipulating everything,
mm-hmm.
and yet we're gonna get our answers 1 week at a time, and this is what we're thinking now, So there we go with that. That's what I think he was gonna do with the poison. The machine gun. Like I said, the machine gun. My first initial thought he was gonna go Tony Montana, or maybe he has it as protection, because definitely you see in his house. His house is pretty fucked up, and it could have been maybe. Him as being Heisenberg got out. That's why his house got tagged. Maybe this whole legend of Heisenberg, he becomes a legend per se. I'm not exactly sure. And that everyone knows, and they just He was like, "Oh, this is where he lives. Let's tag his house." I'm not exactly sure. I don't like. Why would cops tag his house? I could see maybe the drug dealers tagging his house. You know, from the where did it say the Ukraine? No, where was it? Where she's sending the shipment of stuff to
The UK,
it's
yeah.
overseas. The Ukraine? I don't think it's the Ukraine.
Isn't it the UK?
No, it's not the UK. It's some other place where it's like big. It's really big. Like everyone gets hooked on there, and there's like so much money there. I forgot where it is. It's like where Walt wanted to build his empire. I can't recall where it is. I can't recall it. But
You know what it might be, though?
What?
It might be that since the girl's in trouble and stuff like that, the people are gonna come to her and be like, "What the fuck?" And then you know how she is, how she weasels her way out of stuff. Like she weaseled her way out of, the old guy from killing her and stuff like that, and then Walt from
Mike.
Huh?
Mike.
Yeah, Mike or whatever. Yeah, and all that stuff. I think they're gonna come to him. And she's like, "I can tell you who did it better." It's like he's not working with us anymore. But if you go talk to him, you can convince him stuff like that. And I think you're right with the drug dealers and stuff like that. They're gonna go to his house and be like, "Hey, we want your shit."
Yep. Yeah, that's what I think is gonna happen. Like that was leading up to it. It's probably gonna be that, but I don't think we can do anything about that because they're outside. They're a foreign influence. They're not really a major part of the show, but they're a major, I guess, maybe a major part of the story of Walt being, his Heisenberg persona being thrown off the roof. And plus, he lives in like a little like a nice little town area, so it's like everyone's gonna know. There's gonna be big news that, oh, someone that barbecued with. Guess what? He was a drug dealer, killing people, selling drugs, destroying people's lives, just blowing up fucking retirement homes. Is ridiculous, but yeah. That's pretty much it. What we have talked about. How would it end? Most likely, from what we've seen, I don't know. We shouldn't even be talking about how it would end, but it's kind of interesting. How do you think this is gonna end, bro? How do you think what's gonna be the end game? What's gonna happen?
He's gonna try to tie loose ends, and then just live off the money he has. But I don't know. I think something's gonna fuck him up. I don't know. I don't see him living after this. I don't see him surviving.
Yeah, I don't see Walt living. I believe I said it that Jesse's gonna kill Walt, or maybe he's gonna have to kill Walt for everything that's happened. Maybe Jesse. Jesse knows that Walt's lying already. He knows he's lying about everything, and Walt is lying to Jesse about everything. The relationship's on the rocks, and Walt's probably gonna end up dying. When he's trying to weasel his way out of everything, run away from it, but it's all gonna catch up to him. He's gonna die. The writers, I forgot. I believe it was one of the directors said that the final episodes of the season, he gave a hint, like they're gonna have you in tears, and it's not going to be bad. Like a lot of series that are really good like this have terrible endings. He said this ending will not disappoint everyone. Every issue that we're talking about right now and stuff that we didn't bring up is all resolved and the story's complete. And the Legend of Heisenberg is, the story's gonna, end. So, not that he's gonna die. He didn't say that, but, Heisenberg's story is gonna be all wrapped up, no matter whether he dies or moves on or whatever. So,
yeah, but I see
definitely that's good for
putting Walt in gunpoint or something like that.
Yeah, something like that happening, or them fighting, or both of them dying. I don't know.
I don't know, because I see Jesse, the way he is like, it's all because of you. This all started because of you. My life is shit because of you. And all you're doing is making, like, whatever shit or whatever. I gotta stop you or something like that. Or you know how Walt sees him as a son or something like that? Maybe Jesse's gonna use that, and then from behind be like, pow, pow, bitch, pow, pow. Yeah, bitch.
And then he pulls out a magnet, and it's all good. Science, robots, it's all good. Then he starts talking about Star Trek, but I didn't really like that part of the episode, to be honest with you.
What part?
The part of the most recent episode with the Star Trek and his friends talking about fucking pie eating contests on Star Trek. I thought that was fucking stupid.
They were high, bro.
I know, but I kind of turned off right there. I was like, That, and it was definitely in the beginning too, so I was like, no, please don't let this be what the episode's gonna be about. But yeah, I definitely like this episode. It's pretty damn good. Solid all around. Definitely leave us wanting more. Where I'm gonna watch it, obviously, this Sunday. If you guys didn't know, it plays on AMC, I believe, right? AMC.
Mm-hmm.
AMC starts at 8:00. 8:00 Central Time, I believe. Is it Central Time there? It's Central Time for us, but 8:00 Eastern Time. It starts at what? It
started at 8:00 here. We're Eastern.
Well, I think it's 9:00 Eastern Time. I think that's what everyone uses, and then you just go off on wherever it is. So, yeah, we definitely enjoy the episodes. We're gonna be talking about it a little bit more. Hopefully, it's a little bit more precise because definitely, I just brought this up just right then and now. I just did this like quickly, like a couple days ago after I watched the episode, but we'll probably talk about the episode a little bit more in depth. But thank you guys for watching this episode of Under the Moon Podcast, our wonderful audio discussion. Hope you guys come back and listen for more. Got anything to say before we leave, bro?
Thank you if you actually do check my Tumblr. It actually means a lot to me if you actually do. I don't want to like whore it out or whatever, but like I just want my ideas out there pretty much. And if you like my ideas, that's gonna be amazing. If not, oh well. So thank you.
Alright, so that is it, everyone. My name's Luna.
My name's Momo.
And as always,
thanks for
stay
watching.
frosty, people.
Fucked up.
Fuck. Yeah, I got it. Stay frosty, people.
Stay frosty. Frosty.
Is it worth the can you even hear me? Starting with your spine.